There is a dog there too.
You can go over there. Roll 20 and Twitch up, and then we're good to go.
All right. If everyone wants to. All right. If everyone wants to. All right. If everyone wants to. I can hear myself. If someone's got the stream up, can they mute it? If someone's got the stream up, can they mute it? If someone's got the stream up, can they? That's not me.
Oh, it was me!
It was you, Ryan. Okay. No.
Oh, it was me!
It was you, Ryan.
Oh, it was me!
We're in an infinite room.
It was me!
We're in an infinite room.
I'm gonna
It might be me, actually.
not get up the stream for a bit, Jack. See how everything runs.
Yeah, I think that's
And then
wise.
if it starts going well, then I'll jump on it.
Yeah, no worries. Or do it on your phone, or just don't even worry about it. To be honest, if your computer's giving you grief and it's eventually gonna die, then maybe just leave it, and we'll just we can go for as long as we can then. With
Yeah,
your
I'll see what happens.
computer.
It should be sweet.
It's
Alright.
got a cool
Let's-
starting soon screen.
That's right. That's right. We start.
Did you
soon.
not see that last week? It was a cool. It's a
No.
cool stream. It is a cool stream.
Yeah.
I've
Have you managed to change
Go ahead.
the Roll20 picture? Does that change as well? Because that was pretty cool, and I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. That I like that.
So, can everyone see the stream?
Yeah.
Wonderful. If anyone wants to try to just everyone just type something, and I'll just make everyone in the group mods, so you can just keep an eye on it for me when when it's not your turn or something. Big Ryan, yeah, I can tell who that is.
You don't know, it's not me.
Yeah, who could it be?
I'm in the wrong place on the stream. I'm on Tall Billy for some reason.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, I'm Peep as well.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Also, Tall Billy and Cauldron Round Leaf are wrong still.
Oh, fuck. I think Discord just jumbles people around sometimes. It's really fucking lame.
Well, what you're saying is I shouldn't log out and come back in.
Yeah, try not to do that if possible, but just if you do, let me know. Is one of you guys Gary's turn?
Yeah, I'm Gary Stern.
Tom is Gary Stern. Good to know.
One of my many aliases.
Tom's got some real good aliases, I must say.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna spend just a minute or so just sending the stream to a couple of friends. We're starting very soon.
Does anyone know on Roll20 how you get rid of the camera and things all in the bottom left? I know you can drag them out of the way, but they just take up so much of the map.
Oh,
yeah,
you
just
tell
settings.
Jack. You're better than.
Yeah.
So go settings, go. I believe it's graphics.
Yeah.
Nameplate. No, Jack, I think you're best at doing it. I've lost it.
Yeah. So can you see the cog in the top right hand corner, Beth?
Yeah, got that.
Yeah. Go to audio and video.
Yeah.
And then you want to go. Others can hear and see none. And then you go to.
I can hear and see.
Nice. Yeah. What was it? I forget how to do this every time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a right click on the thing. I know what you mean though, because I have to do this every time because it really annoys me. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, go audio and video. And then there's like two sub-displays, audio, video chat, and video display. So you click on video display, and then you want to go player video and avatar size, go names only. You got that, Beth?
Yep,
All right.
got him. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So, can everyone see? Has anyone got any questions before we get started?
I've just
No, I don't
I'm
think so.
struggling to get into Roll20 because I forgot my password.
I will be right.
Reset password. Reset password.
No, I dropped my pen. Sorry. Question is, should I wear my really dodgy 80s computer glasses to stop my eye from touching, or leave it?
It just depends how dodgy they are, doesn't it?
I don't know, they kind of sketch. Oh, no, nice third monitor, Tom.
Yeah. I'm going to add more.
This is how dodgy they are.
Sorry.
Super 80s.
Yeah, they're definitely visible, aren't they?
Hooah! We doing it. We doing it. All right, cool. Okay, so let me just move you guys quickly over to the world map. It's finally finished.
Beautiful.
I enjoyed
Ooh, it's massive.
trying to remember where Stolat came from.
Yeah. Everyone, pretty much. Right. One of my biggest flaws as a DM is I'm really bad at coming up with like on the spot names. So basically, what I've done is just written a list of like my favorite book characters, and you know, sometimes TV show characters. So I just pick one. So you know, previous, like we've already had Tarnum, which is from the Heroes Chronicles series, which is a Heroes Might and Magic game. And you'll probably like recognize a few other bits and bobs from here and there. Partly because I'm like very specifically creative, and partly because, you know, it's just fun to pay homage to things that inspire you.
Nice little referential. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do take inspiration from a lot of stuff, so I guess that's my way of saying, like, it's my way of paying homage to like the things that have like inspired the ideas. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's not all my idea, so it makes me feel better. So that's why I do that. Okay, cool. So last week I gave you guys a brief history of Haligland. You know, it's been around for a very long time. You guys, the Lith, have been there for pretty much as far as records go back. As far as you guys are aware, the Lith are the oldest group to occupy Haligland. Over thousands and thousands of years ago, men and other species came from across the sea and founded First Sight. And from there they expanded. A bit of conflict with the Lith peoples, followed by a period of peace, and that's kind of gone on off and on throughout the years as they've pushed their way into Haligland, and Lith and non-Lith have been forced to make concessions with one another and live with one another, and that's kind of gone well for a long time. But recently things have not been going so great. I told you last time that It's been 50 years since the fall of the great king who lived for over 140 years. No one really knows how or why he was able to live for so long. All that they know is that somehow he managed to prolong his life. But he was recently, so 40 to 50 years ago, was finally put down. Some say by members of his personal bodyguard, some say by an uprising. There's a lot of confusion on the topic, partly because there's been a period of a lot of chaos since his fall. There have been a lot of despots who've sort of come and gone over the years. A new king has since risen, though. In the last 10, he's known as King Tarnum. The kingdom has sort of seen a bit more peace and stability since his rise. He's had a stabilizing impact, but just in recent times, the last couple of years, you're seeing Lith anti-prejudice on the rise. It seems as though someone is pouring poison in the ears of the common folk, turning them against the Lith. So even though a lot of you guys have a positive reputation, some people see you as heroes and traveling bards, and you're associated with the great circuit that goes around each of the roads, providing the annual festival. The suspicion and mistrust that you sometimes have to deal with as natural strangers in strange towns has been increasing, and that's basically why a great council was called at the Cross Keys Tavern. So that's here on your map, just to the south of Red Manor, to the left of Pearl, and the right of Drywood. You were called, and you were given a speech by the three heads of the families, the Morrigans, the Munros, and the Bright Eyes. This was given by Lane, who's head of the family Munro, Anna, head of the family Morrigan, they're the travelling bards, and Skeard of the Bright Eyes family, the Marining family. Anna encouraged you to basically win the people over with love, to travel to First Sight, the kingdom's capital, and put things right, but basically to win the hearts and minds of the people. Lane, head of the Munro family, tried to persuade you to stand up for yourselves, basically, to stand up for the Lith, and to put down any dissenting voices, people who were trying to snuff you guys out. And Skeard of the family Bright Eyes guided you towards wisdom, a balance between the two paths, to kind of like improve Lith stability, but don't play it too risky. You've had many generations of Lith, and it would be a shame for it to be put out now from reckless action. So it's up to you guys how you want to proceed, which path you want to take, both metaphorically, how you want to be, what kind of group you want to be, but also literally, you've got these paths. So you can see you've got 3 distinct paths which go to the capital, the east, central, and western roads. These places, so I can, if any of you have any questions, I can tell you whatever you want to know. But basically, the right-hand path takes you through Pearl, which is a kind of thriving on the comeback kind of town. Red Manor is a famous castle, and it's ruled by Duke Hallig, who's said to rule with an iron fist. And if you follow it to the left, the first town you would come to would be Everglen, which is an ancient city. It was the original one of the main strongholds of the Lith in times before. But yeah, so you guys need to make a decision on which way you want to go. But enough backstory. You guys are currently already in conflict because at the Cross Keys Tavern this very evening, you've only just made your escape, you were ambushed by mysterious figures who set fire to the building in an attempt to flush you out and kill you. Thanks to Lane, Anna, and Skeard, and also yourselves, you were able to fight your way out, along with some of the other Lith. Some others were killed or crushed under the burning tavern. but you managed to get away. You went out of the eastern exit, basically ran off into the forest as quickly as you could. You had a bit of a discussion, deciding what you would do. You know, you're going to keep going, are you going to take a rest, that kind of thing. And when that happened, you guys started to hear voices off in the distance, and you started to see light, perhaps from torches over the treetops, which is where we left you last week. So, moving you guys over to the map, you can see that we are in a forest. You're next to a raised area on the top of a cliff, which is where the voices and the light seem to be coming from. Peep scaled the mountain last week, had a little look round, and saw that there was 3 things going on. There was 3 guards sitting around a fire and debating how they were going to get more Lith heads and thumbs to increase the bounty. There are obviously people who are on the lookout for escaped Lith and are trying to get paid basically from capturing you. There was a dog, a very sort of nervous, agitated dog, probably kept for the purpose of keeping a watch out. And there was also a large group of captured prisoners over on the right-hand side of the raised platform. So, basically, it's up for you to decide what you want to do.
So I think we were chatting about, should we pretend to join the hunting party? Isn't that what you said, Tallbilly?
Yeah, I think that'd be the best option if we go up there. I don't know, maybe trick them into think that we're also here to capture Lith. Might be able to trick them by persuading them. We sneak up to them and be like, right, well, we urge these guys a mile away and just go at them. If they've got captured guys up there as well, then I kind of think we need to get them out.
It sounds like a great plan, and I'm all up for it. But I couldn't look any more like a Lith. So, I don't know, maybe take me as prisoner?
That might even work even better. Yeah.
I'm always down for the sneaky approach, and then I could try and maybe unpick some of the lots of the prisoners whilst you guys distract them.
I think as well, if you can potentially put out the fire, might give us a strong advantage.
Oh, I already put the fire out. That was my decoy to get away.
Oh, right, I think let's get moving.
You can hear some commotion up on the hill. The dog's barking, and the person who seemed to be in charge, the one who was threatening one of his men, you can hear him just shouting, "Just get it fucking going again! Don't just give me excuses, just do it!"
I think if we're going to go, we need to go now.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say
We need to tie you up. Tie you up. And head up there, I guess.
Yeah, sounds great.
Type.
Yeah, let's
Who's taking
him.
the lead? Who's the most? Who's?
I should probably. It should be myself or Jeff to take. To take Jando, or I think it would be a little bit unrealistic if we have somebody of your height.
Careful what you say.
Just
Withholding
real
someone
life
of
stuff.
Janda's stature.
Well, whatever we do, we have to do it now. I think
Right.
it'll throw them off balance if maybe me and you, Peep, go first. 2 small people approaching them, they probably won't be as intimidated, and it might just throw them off a bit.
Right, Jeff, you
guys
grab
follow
Janda's
behind
left
the
side,
prisoner.
I'll grab his right side.
Perfect.
Look as tall as you possibly can, Billy.
I want to breathe in and lift my chin up as high as I can. And make our way up.
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay, so you guys have control of your characters. Just do what you got to do.
I'll wait for your lead, Pip.
Yeah, I'll take it. We'll go up this way, yeah?
Yeah, that's the only way up.
Okay, I'm going to say that you guys... I'm not going to make you do an athletics check because, Beth, your character, Peep, has already been able to climb up the top. But I will ask you all to do a stealth check to see if you can do it silently. If that is what you want.
I rolled an
We'll see how
18.
silent we can
18, nice.
Yeah.
be.
I
Same.
rolled an 8.
15.
All right, not bad. So you guys head up the hill, and you're able to just kind of deftly put your fingers in the right holes so that you don't pull out any rocks or anything like that. There is a bit of an awkward moment where Jandar loses his footing, and just you can hear the foot scraping against the side of the wall, and you can hear the voices at the top of the hill stop for just a moment. And then you can hear them continue speaking, but you can't hear what they're saying now. It sounds like they've kind of got more muffled voices.
Guys, I'm lost. You've shot off in front of me.
So go to my
Sorry.
right,
Go to your right, yeah.
up the hill.
Yeah, the dynamic lighting's a bit... You're like, where am I? I guess. I hope I'm lost in the woods. It's too realistic.
I can't see anything, but I trust you all.
Move yourself a bit further over to the right.
Can you can
should
see
Yeah,
I
light
one,
up?
one
Oh.
space right. Up.
No, I can't get there.
Oh, you can't... Can you not go through it?
No,
Fuck.
Ah,
my climbing boots aren't on. Oh, there we go. Sorry, yeah, I'm through.
You see now?
Too
Yeah,
pissed.
cool.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Apparently, there's that thing where to go through. Anyway, I just need to fiddle with the permissions. Don't worry about it. So you guys have gotten up. You're not sure if they've heard you or not, but here you are. They're kind of like moving around, trying to get the fire going. You see someone wrapping a stone on a flint. You can just see the spark kind of flaring and filling your vision. So you're kind of crouched behind these rocks. They can't see you, as far as you're aware. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess we should go have a chat with them. Billy, I'll let you take the most surprising charge.
Yeah. No, that sounds great.
Hey, Billy, Pete, are we staying here? Are we coming with you?
No, come behind when we gesture, when you hear us.
we'll
kind
call
of
you.
All right, okay,
We'll
we'll
call
stay
you.
here.
Tall Billy would walk out, and it'd be like, right, you ain't gonna be catching any lifts, making this amount of racket, are ya?
The three figures turn around. The dog yelps in complete surprise, suggesting that perhaps they hadn't heard you, or at least they didn't know from what direction you were coming. The leader of the group pushes the archer back, and he says, "The fuck you think you're doing? Hands up where I can see him."
Billy lifts his hands up. He's unarmed. And he says, I just said you ain't going to be catching many lifts to fill up your bucket, making this much noise.
He
haven't you heard? They're a bunch of sneaky bastards.
He kind of smiles at that. Yeah, I heard that. And as for catching enough lift, and he like jerks his thumb over to the large group of people over on the right-hand side of the hillock. Still think I'm no good at catching lift? And you look over. And,
would I be able to?
There could be about 40 or 50 over there, just sort of all bundled up. They look as though their hands are tied, and the connecting rope is sort of tied to a stake in the ground. Sorry,
As he's
go ahead,
talking, would I be able to? As he's talking, would I be able to just have a look at him, see how sort of armed he is? Is his facial expression quite quite sort of aggressive? Is he coming across?
Yeah, he is very spooked. You've just sort of come out of nowhere. He's like trying to get everything. He sees you. He sees Peep. He's got, in terms of armament, he's got a metal breastplate with leather greaves. He's got a large hand-and-a-half sword, which he's already got drawn. The tip is pointing down to the ground, though, and resting on the ground. And on his back, there's a longbow. His face does seem quite angry, quite aggressive, and you can see that on his right eye there is like a hideous scar, perhaps a burn, because the skin is very like taut and tight.
Okay. I want to walk forward, arms up, and just be like, "Look, I don't know why you're drawing your sword, mate. You can blatantly tell I'm on. And I'm unarmed. Plus, I'm no higher than your knee. So that's not act big. Might be worth putting that down. You might have all these, but have you got the one we've got? Bring him forwards, lad.
That was.
That's our signal. That's our signal, mate. Come on, Jeff.
No, do we should do a whistle again?
Let's bring him.
So you guys are all coming out.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
going to reveal ourselves and stand proudly behind Billy, grasping Janda, linking my arm round Janda's left and Jeff's round the other.
Okay. Are you bringing out number 7 as well? Sorry, number 4?
May as well.
Yeah, he's with
Yeah,
us. He's
all the merrier.
tactful. Yeah.
He says, fucking hell, how many are you?
Well, we're a nice even
Whoa.
number of us lot plus this prisoner over here.
So you'd need to tell me you're lift catchers, and all you've done this evening is catch 1.
Look, he's
One's
our most
enough.
recent catch.
A really
Big
Big
important myth.
bastard too.
Give me a perception check, Peep, to see if you can persuade him into believing that you are lift catchers.
$14.
He just kind of like tilts his head from left to right a few times. All right, well, I think we can think of a pretty good way to prove it. Cut his thumbs off, then his neck. Says that to you, Billy. Come on, what are you?
Bill Billy quickly steps forward and goes, "I don't think you realise the importance of who this Lith is.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you should take a closer look."
He steps forward.
And then
Curious.
as he steps, could I ready an action?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Okay. As he steps forward, a massive greatsword suddenly appears in my hand. And I'm going to take a huge swing at him.
Okay, nice. Roll to hit.
2 seconds. That will be 17 to hit.
17 will hit. Where are you stabbing him?
It's just, well, I'm 2 foot. I don't know how big this greatsword would be, but it's just going to be coming down as like a sort of like a downwards diagonal sort of slice.
Brilliant. Okay, nice. So the sword like cuts into his side. Ah, you fucking bastard! And he quickly raises his sword to defend himself. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do you need the damage for that?
Billy.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Yep. 6. That'd be 14 slashing damage.
Okay, minus 14. Okay, cool. He is going to use his reaction to kind of like nimbly deflect the blade away, so it still bites into his hip, but it doesn't quite do as much damage as you were hoping. There is a gash though, and you do see blood running down his leg. 20 for that.
I got 12, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I got 13.
I got 4.
That's 7 for me.
I got 8.
8 for Ryan. Jess, what did you get?
4.
4. Okay, nice roll. Let's do these guys.
With the fire out, how dark is it?
Pretty dark. There's a torch over on the right-hand side that is illuminating the prisoners, but you can't see a great deal. I'm going to leave the light as it is, though, just because
Yep.
you can just see everything a bit clearer.
Sorry, that'd be necrotic damage as well, Jack, by the way.
Okay. Stupid Discord. All right. First on the ticket is gonna be this Lith Spearman. He's gonna run forward and he's gonna put a spear in your shoulder, Jess, if he can. He rolls a 23 to hit.
Yeah, he hit.
That is d10 4. Nat 1. So 5 total piercing damage from him. He's gonna run forward. He's like, "You fucking traitorous bastards!" And he like tries to stab you. Nicks your shoulder, and you feel like hot blood running down. Up next is the archer. He is gonna step as far back as he can behind this rock, and he's going to take a pot shot at you, Billy. That is 12 to hit.
Missed.
Ooh, okay, nice. Up next, we have Billy, and then Peep, then Ryan, then Tom, then Jess.
Yep. The guy next to me will take another big old swing. Is it dark enough to have an advantage or disadvantage, or is it not that dark?
I will say, who are you shooting at, actually?
I'm about to hit the guy stood right next to me.
All right. Yeah. If you're using a sword and he's right next to you, then at this light, I'd say you can just take it normal.
Would it be classed as being flanked?
No. You could move into a flanking position, Jake, but at the moment you're not. So you could get advantage that way.
Oh, okay. No, that's absolutely sweet. Right, Sand. He's going to take an upward swing. Oh, nat 20.
Fuck!
Boys.
You are about to get absolutely battered.
My beautiful boss.
Right, 2 seconds.
It's all right.
6, 12, 10. 22. No, 25 necrotic damage.
25.
And then as
Lovely.
a 25 necrotic damage. And then as a bonus action, I am going to cast Hex. I should have done that first, but I said it second, so
Yeah.
it don't really matter. On
You still there, Jake? On the who?
on the boss.
On the boss. Okay, nice. Does that give him disadvantage?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it for strength. So he's got disadvantage on any. No, sorry, I'll do it on dexterity. He'll have a disadvantage on any dexterity checks that he would have to roll, and whenever I deal damage to him, he'll take an additional 1d6 necrotic. But I did it
Okay.
afterwards, like a full one, not before.
It's
So.
all right. You'll get it. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. The dog is going to run through each of your legs and it's going to let out a mighty howl. Everyone within 10 feet, which is everyone because you're so packed together, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw beating 14.
15.
15, nice.
Ooh,
So,
I hit 40.
basically, you don't need to tell me if you pass or fail, but if you got less than 14, you have disadvantage for your next attack. The dog is also going to take a bite out of your arse, Jandar, and that is a 10 to hit. I'm assuming misses.
Miss.
Okay, nice. So, that's his turn. Up next is the boss. He's going to disengage from you guys, and he is going to... yeah, he's going to try and grab a hold of you, Billy. Give me a dex check.
Yep. Oh, he's got disadvantage on that.
Okay, I'll roll it twice. Ooh, same roll. 15.
Give me 2 6. 9.
Okay, you fail. He grabs a hold of your collar and swings you round and places him next to the spearman. He's doing that to get advantage on you. He's going to make 2 attacks with his longsword. And that is a 12 to hit and a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Can you do a dex check? Beating 13 at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That is a 15 lowest.
Right. You take 2 seconds.
Sorry.
You take 8 fire damage and you burst into flames.
It's just a bag of tricks. What the fuck? Okay, nice. You take 13 points of slashing damage. So he grabs hold of your lapel, swings you round, and he's like, "You little fuck!" And he just basically slits you open across your chest. You can feel blood starting to run down. That's his turn.
Billy goes down.
He's down.
He's down.
Okay, Pete, you're up
He's level
next.
2.
Ryan, you're after.
So can I shove the dog, like back away from everyone? I guess like towards the boss.
Sure. Just do a strength check for me.
You have to succeed on a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
8 plus proficiency.
19 nats, so I think I've probably done alright.
Yeah. Okay. And then, in which case, can I basically try and run in the direction of, like, I'm gonna run in the direction of this rock.
Yep.
And try and like get hidden again. In the aim to head in the general direction of the prisoners.
Okay, no problem. The dog is going to take a bite of you with his reaction as you leave.
Yeah.
That's a 13 to hit.
Do my bonus action of an uncanny dodge, please.
Okay, yeah, nice. You only take... Oh, actually, that's a really good roll. You take 10 damage, so halved would be 5 piercing.
Okay.
Alright, just so you guys know, I flipped the token to help you guys see when a player's down. So Billy is upside down. It just means he's dead. It doesn't mean he's like literally upside down. Is that your turn, Jess? Sorry, Beth?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Ryan, you're up. Tom, you're on deck.
So you say Billy's down?
Billy's down, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna enrage, charge forward to Big Boss Man, and attack with my trident.
Okay, brilliant. Go ahead.
15 to hit.
15 will hit. Just.
That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's my turn.
Okay, brilliant. Up next is Tom. You're up. What you on?
Did Jeff get hit as well?
Jeff.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move next to Jeff and No, I'm not. I'm gonna hit the risk it and hit the boss with acid splash, which is a 5-foot radius.
No problem.
Let me just check.
But you can have it so the radius is like below and to the
just
right.
on the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, hit the boss with acid splash.
I do a con save, don't I? Nat 5 on me, so you probably just apply damage.
Yep. 5 damage.
Okay, nice. It's adding up on the boss. He staggers back. Oh, you're full of tricks, aren't you? And he just raises his weapon. He's looking to strike either Jandar or Cauldron, it seems, on his next turn. Is that your turn, Tom?
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna retreat a little bit behind this rock behind me with number
4. You're number 7. He's number 4. Brilliant. You can hear a rustling in the trees to the right-hand side of the prisoners. An archer, you think, Peep. You can hear him draw back his string, but he does not yet release. Up next, the spearman is going to take another strike at you, Jeff. That is, nat 3. That's a miss. That's his turn. He is going to back up and position himself behind the boss. Archer 1 is going to take a pot shot at you, Jandar. For a 20.
Oof.
Pretty reliable roll there. So that's 7 piercing against you.
7.
Okay, cool. Up next is Billy. You need to do one of your saving throws.
Yep.
Okay, and after that, it's the dog's turn. He is going to rip forward, and he wants to... you can do an attack of opportunity, by the way, if you want to, Jess. I can't quite get all of you.
What, does he come near me?
No, so he left your zone. He left standing where you were. So if you want to, when he leaves contact, you can do an attack of opportunity. You can use your reaction to do an attack of opportunity. You just basically make an attack with your fist or your dagger or something.
I say, could I give him a quick jab with the dagger?
Give him a quick jab with the dagger.
Yeah. Hang on. It's 4. Oh, sorry, I've got my Twitch in the way.
It's all right.
It says 5 damage.
You have to roll to hit first.
Oh shit.
So it's a d20 plus your dex to stab him.
Yeah.
The dagger's d4 plus...
I got 11.
Will hit. It's just a dog, so it is quite easy to hit. Roll damage, so d4 plus your dex. Just check
that. 6.
6 damage total. Okay, nice. First blood on the dog. It yelps as it scamps away. And everyone within 10 feet, so that's you, Jess, and you, Ryan. Can you do me a Constitution saving throw beating 14? And if you fail on your next attack, you have to be disadvantaged. And he's going to try and make another bite at you, Ryan. You're probably not enjoying all this attention from the dog. He rolls a nat 1 though, so not too bad. That's his turn. Boss, he's pissed off. He is going to... what's he going to do, actually? He's going to give you a backhand with his sword, Ryan. So that is a... Oh fuck, nat 2, so not hit. And he's going to roll again for a 15 to hit.
My AC is 15.
So I just hit, I believe. Okay. That is 11 slashing damage.
Oh!
Still up?
Yeah, still up.
All
Just
right.
about.
He is going to just say, you're all fucking weaklings, you know, you live. And he's going to basically shove you backwards. Give a con save beating 15, or be pushed back 10 feet and be made prone.
Con save 21.
Sorry, that was strength, but it sounds like your roll was good enough.
20.
Yeah. So he basically like comes up on his heels and then like gives you the, you know, the double shove, tries to push you back. But actually, you're feeling pretty strong right now, and you just sort of take it, and you just like look at him in the eyes, you square right up to him. Up next is Pete, then Ryan, then Tom. So get your turns ready to go.
So I'm going to aim to sneak towards these rocks. Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll? For
Yeah, give me a stealth check. 13, not good enough, unfortunately. The archer waiting into the tree, that was his trigger for someone to approach the group. He rolls a 11 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, the arrow just whistles over your shoulder and sticks into the ground. You're unhurt.
Can I, are there any, like, blocks or anything on the prisoners that I can see? Like,
Yeah, they're all kind of looped through the wrist and around their neck collar, and that is connected to a wooden post on the left-hand side of the map here, and one at the back over here. So they're connected in two ways with this kind of like, it's weird. It's like a very silvery rope. It reflects in the torchlight.
okay. In which case, can I just throw a dart at the archer?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. It is 20 to hit.
That hits.
And it does 3 damage.
Okay.
But if I hit him with the dart and deal damage to him, I have advantage on my next attack roll against him. Just
Tight.
FYI.
Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
And
Sorry,
then yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, I fucked up. Jeff, you didn't get your go last time, so you're going to have 2 goes now, okay?
Oh, thank you.
My bad.
Hang on. Line.
Ryan, you're on deck, by the way. Tom, you're afterwards.
I'm gonna Hail Mary it, and I'm gonna move. Shit. I'm gonna move here. Hang on.
It's alright.
15, 10, 15. I'm gonna move there.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna cast Thunderwave to
Okay.
aim at the dog, the boss, and the spear person.
Alright.
So yours is a Constitution saving throw 14.
Absolutely no problem. You're going to struggle to get... You could get all 3, but you'd have to move back to about here. Does that make sense? It's
Okay,
it's
yeah.
going to go in like a 15-foot square. So you could do it
Is
like
that not 15?
Yeah, that's perfect. You can do it from there. So that's
Yeah,
3 saving throws. That is pass, fail. So roll damage.
11 damage.
11 damage, and that's halved if they succeed, isn't it? So that's 6 damage. 6 damage, and the spearman takes 11. And he gets knocked back 10 foot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, nice damage. Excellent. Okay, remember you've got 2 turns if you want to take it. Just to remind you, Jake's down. Peep's over on the right hand side of the fight.
Yeah. Could I cast healing word on Jake?
Of course.
So I've got 60-foot radius, so that'll fit. That'll go. Hang on. So that's an 8.
So Jake, you are back up with 8 health total. Ryan, you're up. What do you want to do?
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
With the bar. You're up next, by the way, Tom.
So I recover 13 hit points.
Okay, nice.
And I think that's all I can do.
All right, Tom, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell number 4, stay hidden, stay safe behind this rock. Just hunker down, and then I'm going to rush into the thick of it. I'm going to touch Billy on the shoulder,
Nice.
and I am also going to cast Cure Wounds. And I'm going to heal Billy for a total of 10 hit points.
Sweet. Billy is feeling very good again.
Good to hear, buddy. And that's all. That's me. That's my go.
Okay, brilliant. Up next is action number 2. His condition has been activated, so he is going to start taking pot shots. He's going to take one at you, Beth. That's 16 to hit.
Did you say 16 to hit?
16 to hit,
Can
yeah.
I dodge?
You can use Uncanny Dodge, I think, which is a rogue thing, which halves the amount you take. But he's going to shoot you again, and that's for 18.
Yeah, so that's going to hit.
Okay, so the first one is going to be 6, so that's halved to 3, and then the next one is 9 piercing.
So 3 and 9.
That's right.
Okay, I'm down.
Oof.
Ooh.
Beth be down. Okay, Spear Guy is going to rush forward. He's going to see his boss is in trouble, and he is going to try and just kind of just shove you guys out of the way. He's going to get his spear, and he's just going to like hold it in front of him in both hands, and he's just going to shove you as hard as he can, Billy. So give him a strength saving throw, beating 15.
Oh, this is not going to happen. Oh, 17.
17. You're all right. Okay, he's going to stab you then, Jandar, and he's going to shout at you. If he says get down, you better fucking get down! And that's a 12 to hit on you, Jandar.
Miss.
Oh, so completely effective turn for the Spearman. His hero moment. Absolutely crushed. He's tried to push a midget, has failed, and has tried to stab someone with a cool line and has completely missed. It's probably why he's not the boss, and he takes the orders. Up next, the archer is going to take a shot at you, Cauldron, for dealing out all those heals. Doesn't like that one bit. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
With 8 piercing.
Ouchie.
All right, Billy, you're up.
Yep. As a bonus action again, this great, I say great sword, but I can't imagine it is that big anyway. Just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do a swipe for 23 to hit.
23 will hit. Who is this on? The boss or the spearman?
On the boss. On the boss.
Nice.
6 plus 3. Right, 2 seconds. Let me reset the dice. And he's going to take 14 necrotic. 14 necrotic damage, as well as the 2 secs.
It's all right.
No, he takes 20 necrotic damage.
Fucking hell. Very nice.
He's a powerful little man.
And no, that'd be it. I can't move because I'm going to get hit and I've got no health.
No problem. The dog is up next. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to come here. So he won't have to disengage. He is going to bark and howl. He's going to strike terror into your heart. So I need everyone to do a 14 Constitution saving throw or be disadvantaged on your next hit. And he's going to take a bite at you, Cauldron. That is 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And that is unlucky. That is 14 piercing damage.
Oh, I'm down. I'm man
Man
down.
be down. So we've got 2 downs at the moment. Up next, we have the boss. He's looking very hurt. You can see blood dripping down his coat, down his breastplate. He is going to stumble back. He's going to take a swing at you, Jandar, but his heart's not really in it. That is a 12 to hit and a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay, not as much vigor as his usual attacks. You take 4 slashing damage.
Yep.
He's going to disengage and he's going to pull back towards the right-hand side of the map. And he's just going to like rest against this rock near where Peep is hiding, or is down, I should say. Peep, you need to do a death saving throw. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, you're up. Ryan, you're on deck.
Think I'm gonna do. Hang on, who's actually? I'm gonna go here. Sorry, 1 second. In fact, no, sorry. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the spear guy. 1 second. So that's a Wisdom saving throw 14.
He fails. What do you shout at, by the way?
He's got saggy balls. and the
Jeff is
damage.
straight to the point.
You've got fucking saggy balls, mate.
It's 3 damage.
3 damage is enough. He goes down. He's basically raising up for another strike on Billy, and then you just hear saggy balls in the background, and it's just too much for his heart. He can't take it, and he just keels over on his face. Just falls down on his face in the grass.
Onto his saggy balls.
Yeah, onto his saggy balls. In fairness, that he looks fine upside down. So I'm gonna put a little X over him instead, so we know that he's not doing very well. Nice turn, Jeff. Ryan, you're up. Tom, you're on deck.
So I'm going to take out my crossbow and shoot at Big Boss Man.
Very nice.
I have disadvantage from the dog.
Yes.
That's a nat 1.
Very good. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Tom, you need to do a death saving throw. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
All right, Archer in the trees is going to take a pot shot. That is a 10 to hit against you, Tall Billy.
Miss.
All right, and his second shot is just as bad, so that also goes over your head. Spear guy's down. Archer 1 is going to take a shot at... who can he see? Rock's probably in his way. He's going to take a shot at you, Jandar. That is 24 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, that's 8 piercing damage.
God damn.
You alive?
Yep, still alive.
Oh, okay, nice. Billy, you're up. What do you want to do?
To stabilize someone, is that an action or bonus action?
Yeah, you just do a medicine check. And in fairness, no, the way we do it is you basically just, you touch them, you stabilize them, and you know, they're stable basically. It costs a full action, but as long as you do that before they run out of checks, they don't die.
Okay. Sweet. Oh god, this is a terrible decision. Right, 2-6. So I'm just doing my feet. Right, sand. Billy is going to run over to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
It's movement.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do another big roll. It's at disadvantage, but I get to re-roll it anyway. Right, sweet. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Right, and then reset him to 6. Right, biggest hit it can possibly be. It's going to be 15 necrotic damage,
Ooh.
well as 21 necrotic damage.
21 necrotic. Okay, nice. He is fucked up, basically. Absolutely fucked up. He's not looking very well at all.
Can I
Go ahead.
use a bonus action to speak?
Yeah, go ahead. It's your free action. You can always do
What?
that.
Okay, sweet. It's gonna be like, you're fucked. Stop your men now, or you're gonna lose your head, and it be your thumbs in the basket. No one has to die.
All right. Give me an intimidation check, Jake.
Oh, 12.
12. Okay. He looks very afraid. He looks like he's just about to breathe his last. He's not well. He is going to just raise a hand and try and just step back from you. You know, like when you're at a nightclub and you just sort of raise the, you know, lower the fists to indicate that, you know, you're prepared to stop the fight. Do you allow him to step back from you? Jake.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. As he stepped back, it's gonna have to be an opportunity attack.
Little bastard!
Oh, for God's sake! Sorry, guys. 16 to hit.
16 will hit. Roll damage, and it's probably going to be this guy's last. If it's only in the mid-20s, like all their attacks have been so far.
2 seconds. And that's going to be 19 necrotic damage.
He's just about standing up. He plunges into his jacket and rips out a glowing red potion. It kind of illuminates the whole glade, and he raises it above his head. He says, "You see this? You fucking see this? It's a fucking fireball potion, isn't it?" And he points at you, Billy, and he says, "I can see how fucking good your word is worth. Fucking parlay." And he like raises it up and indicates behind him. Enough! Alright? One more misdeed from you lot, and I'm gonna smash this on the fucking ground and take the whole lot of you with me. And he like jerks his thumb behind him towards all the captured Lith. Now here's how it's gonna go down. You're gonna let me get my man, and you're gonna let us leave. We'll leave these fucking scum to you lot. That's the deal. Take it or leave it. So he raises his hand, holding the potion, and he's like looking at each of you in turn, and he's kind of like waiting to see what you guys are gonna do. So that's his held action. So
I'm just drooling on the floor. So
it's the dog's turn next. He's just going to sort of pad around, and he is just kind of circling around. He's not attacking just yet. Peep, do your death saving throw. Jeff, it's your turn. So if you like, guys, we can pause the initiative for now. So we've got these two archers up on the one in the tree, one behind the boulder. We've got the boss standing next to this crowd of people holding the fireball potion. We've got the downed spearman. It's kind of up to you guys. What do you want to do? He's given you an ultimatum.
Yandal's going to step forward and just say, "We've come to an agreement. Now leave."
He shouts back at you. All right, I'm going to send one of my men to grab our fallen man. Any one of you fuckers interferes, this lot go up in fucking flames. And he signals over to the archer in red, who just sort of cautiously moves across the glen and picks up the spearman. During this time, if you guys want, you can stabilize any of your allies or cast any healing spells you want to do.
Yandal's going to sort of signal to Jeff and say, "Go and get Peep."
Yeah, on it.
All right, these two are going to back away, and the four of them. So the guy in the tree is going to come down, and they're going to try and strategically just kind of move away, and you sort of slowly see them start to fade into the dark as the four of them back away slowly. And
Is the dog going with them?
yeah, dog's gonna go with them. I forgot about him. You hear a whistle in the dark. And the dog just springs over, and you see him go off into the distance. You hear a voice call after you. "This ain't fucking over, you lot. I'll pay you back." And you can just hear the rustling getting fainter and fainter as the group moves off into the dark. Okay. Everyone stabilized? Everyone okay?
I can stabilize, yeah.
Yeah. We'll say, just for the sake of brevity, that Cauldron and Peep, you guys are up at 1. You've had some administrations. You're very poorly, very hurt, but you can walk around, you can talk, you can do all that kind of good stuff.
Okay, I'm going to quickly check
Right.
on number 4 because I'm worried about him after all this commotion.
Right.
So I'm just going to retreat and commune with him.
Okay. You go over behind the rock, and number 4 says, I knew you had it under control, number 7. Well done. Well fought, as always.
I'm going to sort of try and hide my sort of ailments and injuries and put on a brave face and say, I've been sworn to protect you, and that's what I'll do.
Well, you're doing a spot-on job with it, I must say. You're really doing your order proud. We need to have a talk, you and I. You're obviously made of sterner stuff than what I'd been led to believe.
Let's save that for later. Let's join the others and make sure our team are in one piece.
Okay. So you guys all commune.
And then
You hear a voice over in the group. There's 3 figures that stand out to you. There's a kind of husband and wife who stand at the back, and they kind of stand taller where everyone else is kind of crouched and cringing. They're, you can see the whole time they've been trying to get out of their bonds, and they're sort of making pretty good progress. They're sort of trying to cut through this ropey sort of chain that's sort of glittering in the torchlight. There's also a very very beautiful young elven woman who is trying to do the same. But when she sees that the enemy group has gone, she she stops and just kind of looks up at you. She calls over to
Hi.
you, Peep, and she says, I saw you trying to make a dash for us. That's very brave of you.
And I just like completely ignore what she says and very single-mindedly walk over to pick the lock on the stand, almost like obsessively drawn towards it.
Sure. You can see there is a lock connecting this metal rope to the post. You put your pick in, and the lock is of no real consequence, so I won't even make you roll. You just, and then pop, the padlock just pops open, and you start to unwind the rope and begin pulling it, and the rope, this kind of like wonderful, beautiful rope, just kind of slips out of the post hold, and you can kind of feel it. It's like slipping through the manacles and through the neck brackets of each of these lith, kind of like silk being pulled through a metal loop. It doesn't make any sound either.
Can I coil it up and keep it?
Yeah, you can keep that. It's definitely a keeper. She kind of smiles down at you as you're working.
I just really love picking locks. Just say as I'm like fiddling away with the rope and the lock picks, not really making eye contact.
She
still looking on in awe at the lock that I've just broken.
It's fine work. There's like a kind of hustle and bustle now. Everyone is clear. Loads of people are standing up now, rubbing the space where the manacles were and on their neck. And you see these two figures in the back. They start kind of organizing people. You can see the lady at the back. She's like, right, come on, you lot, get into groups. We need to get back now. I need volunteers. I need volunteers to serve as guides to get certain groups back to their hamlets. And this guy here, he starts doing the same thing. He moves over to the right-hand side of the group and starts bunching people together, assigning a leader to each team, and basically getting people ready to start moving back to their homes or back to where they came from, you assume.
Could I...
Go ahead.
Sorry, could I ask the one doing the talking? I take it's the lady, looking like a very innocent child. Ask where you guys are, like where you're going. Have you guys got like villages nearby, place with warmth, food, security?
She looks around and she says, well, who might be asking? I'm Claire. She reaches out her hand.
Billy.
Billy.
I'll reach up my hand.
And I suppose you're the reason we're in this mess? You were at the Cross Keys Tavern.
I wouldn't quite say the reason. I think we've all ended up in this mess together. I think we're the reason that you're no longer captives. Probably didn't go down the best of ways, not the way I wanted it. So if you have any information on that guy, I'd really like to find him sometime soon.
Oh, we've never seen him before in our lives. And until tonight, when they started rounding us up, accusing us of being Lith. There's probably about 2 Lith in this group. You notice a couple of like half-elves over on the south side of the group looking a bit sheepish. If it weren't for you lot,
Wave at them.
if you Lith weren't here, then these good folk wouldn't have been bothered. You ask me, if you lot hadn't turned up at the Cross Keys Tavern, none of us would have been here.
That's a bit out of order.
Yeah, I think you can only really blame the guy who captured you for the cause of tonight's events, not the people who saved your asses.
You don't blame a fish for getting hooked.
She just kind of scowls a little bit at your arguments and turns away and just starts kind of getting, trying to get people ready again. You see her like pull some herbs out of a little pouch. You can hear her muttering. She just kind of looks really tired, rather than particularly spiteful towards all of you though, so she doesn't, there's not really a lot of zest in it. This guy, he's like moving back and forth between people. and someone calls out to him by the name David. Someone says, David, look, and he like indicates his leg. It looks quite damaged. I don't think I'm going to be able to get home tonight. And David says, no, it's okay. I'll pay you with our Daniel here, and he's going to help you. He says he's a strong lad, and joins them together. Now, Daniel, you make sure they get home safe, all right? Pats him on the back. All right, get ready to go. We can't hang about here any longer. This lady here, she says, well, I, for one, am grateful for your might and also your impeccable timing. She kind of smiles at each of you. I'm Heather. She offers a hand to anyone who'll shake it.
Yandar will go and shake it, and also a little courtesy bow. I'm Yandar.
Charmed, I'm sure. She kind of looks at each of you in turn. Looks at you, Cauldron. You look a bit like half cut and maybe a bit like bleary-eyed. Looks at you, Jandar. You see her like eyes roving around your like wide shoulders and your muscles. Jeff, her gaze lingers on you. And Billy, she kind of she smiles. But she holds gaze longest with you, Pete. And she just kind of like takes the hand that you're using to pop the lock, and she says, wow, you really are quite a talented little creature, aren't you?
Best locksmith in the trade, me. Learned it all from my uncle.
That's a bold claim, I'm sure. By the way...
Well, I've never met anyone who challenged me yet.
By the way, Pete, do you have anything on your clothes that might distinguish you in any way?
Yeah, I've got a little money pouch that has like a small tear in it. And then I have a key necklace.
She says to the group, I have a little problem with my outfit. She turns and shows you a pocket on her left side of her coat. It has a little bit of a tear in it. I suppose anyone doesn't have a needle and thread.
I just widen my eyes and say, unpick the locks, tip the scales.
She just smiles at you in recognition. She doesn't say anything, but she smiles.
Can we then just partake in a secret handshake?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
She leans in and does the super secret handshake. There's lots of like sort of over the top, over the under the edge, over the it's going a bit too fast. You guys can barely follow it.
Meanwhile, Yandar's looking for a needle.
Does anyone find one?
Can I just?
I assume no one's got a needle in their pack.
No.
No problem.
I just turn back to the group and be like, "Hey guys, it's cool. She's cool. Vouch for anything that she wants to do. She's 10 out of 10. Super best friends."
Well, I'm not bad, but no one's ever called me a 10 out of 10. She kind of smiles at you, Riley.
So, how did you end up stuck with this lot?
Well, I made the mistake. Well, it's never a mistake really, but I made an attempt to free someone and found myself as trapped as a mouse. Anyway, and people start they're kind of like moving away now. Groups are like going off in pairs and threes and stuff like that. And the only people who are left are these three figures, Heather, Claire, and David. Well, even if Claire and David don't want to admit it here, I think we probably owe you a favour. Is there anything we can do for you?
Yeah, we need the. Well, I mean, I don't know what the others will say, but I feel like we need some place to lay low.
Food and shelter.
Really got a couple of safe houses kicking around, you know about? Not very familiar with this area.
Claire, why don't you start? And the older lady, she says, well, even though you're trouble, I'd probably say, thanks to your efforts, you've probably earned a little bit of a hand. So, if you wanted to, you could come with me. I could try and lead you through the forest, and perhaps lead you through the gangs, and with a bit of luck, we might be able to get away, depending on which way you wanted to go, of course. David pipes up. He says, I'm more of a mountaineering expert, so if you were to come with me, I would try and lead you over the mountains to the north, and perhaps leave you somewhere safe. Heather says, as for me, I do know a little place. It's near my clubhouse, actually. It's just a kind of gathering of friends, I should say. It would involve you traversing a little bit of an underground mine. It's could be a bit risky, but it would probably give you the best chance of giving these gangs the slip. Which of these do you think sounds most interesting to you?
I'm just going to turn to everyone and go, I hate both of these options.
Yeah, I think staying on flat ground will probably be the easiest method of transport, considering
Which one's that? Is that over
leg
or
length.
under?
So
I think that's following the woman who doesn't currently like us.
So just to summarise, Claire is offering to try and sneak you through the forest between the gangs. David is offering to guide you over the mountains, and Heather is offering to introduce you to her club and guide you through an underground passage.
Just to clarify, Heather's the one I did the handshake with.
Super
right?
secret handshake with, yes.
I can vouch for the super secret handshake safe house guys. Although I'm not so keen on the old mine, more of a kind of mountainous person, can vouch for the super secret handshake.
Even if
Do we
you don't
have
wish to go all
to-
the way with me, and she kind of smiles at you, I would definitely think you should stay the night with me. The clubhouse is very safe, protected. It's probably the closest as well. But of course, you're welcome to choose whichever guide you prefer.
Well, none of us
With
can
the
vouch for
mine.
anyone else. So I think Peep's at it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. We're a democracy. I'm a big fan of that. That's the only part of society I like.
If we have to, it's beats going into the mountains anyway.
To the mine, I think would be the best shot.
Yeah, I think the mines.
All right.
Although
I'll
it's
follow.
never played well in most fantasy stories.
Yeah, I just realised what I said. All right, cool. Why don't we take a little break? Everyone grab a drink, and we'll meet back up in about 5 minutes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
can't believe it just agreed to go down a mine. I feel like a Balrog somewhere up here.
The worst place we could go.
Worst place. Nobody drop any bodies down any wells. Make any noise.
Pool of Atuk.
They call it a mine? A mine!
A mine!
They have a cave troll. Sassy Boromir is the best Boromir.
Good old sassy one.
My stream is a bit fucked up for some of that.
Yeah, well, the camera's like freezing and stuff.
Didn't even have the cameras like shown at one point.
God damn it. Yeah, like it should just be just the map, but there's like two settings. One is like everyone's faces and the map, and the other one is like a bigger version of the map.
At one point it did show just the map, but it kind of jumped outside of the bounds of your frame.
Damn it. Probably should have wiggled it.
That battle is not how I wanted it to go, by the way, guys.
What? Yeah, just immediately stab the guy while we're all trying to protect.
Right, I did not know. They was about to take fingers. I was unaware the amount of damage that guy could take. I knew I could do a lot very quickly.
Without you, Jesus.
Like, a lot very quickly.
Yeah. Well, you were doing like 25 damage a turn. Where was that coming from?
Yeah,
Was that a spell?
I've obviously got I can basically I can basically conjure any weapon like instantly.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and then yeah, why is he upside down? What's going on there? He's dead. That's what's happened. Yeah. And then I've got a feat at level 2 already because of a spell. So I've got Savage Attacker.
Nice.
So I basically have like the Greatsword is like 2d6, but then the Savage Attacker allows me to roll both dice twice and take what attack I want. And then my necrotic damage with the hex as well is another d6. So I'm effectively rolling 3d6 plus 3.
God damn.
And then every time I get hit, I can just burst people into flames. But obviously that uses a spell, so it ends up just dealing shit tons. But I'm just very squishy as well. So that one hit just wiped me out.
All right, Tom, you should be the
That's
right way
fine, I'm
around now.
squishy and I'm doing like 5 damage.
I just reset it, so hopefully... There we go.
Yeah, there you are. You're not dead anymore.
All right, well, thanks for keeping me updated on the stream, guys. There's yeah, it's been rife with a few issues, but we're getting there. Fine. Oh, I'm upside down again. Christ.
No, he's not. He's right side up. At least he is on the...
It's every time. The thing is, the cameras don't show on the stream when you're not in the stream.
It's a nightmare. I'm gonna have to. I think I need to like have Roll20 on a separate computer or something, or at least a separate screen. We're also getting like a lot of lag with the cameras as well, which is pretty annoying. I think I'm probably asking the thing to do too much. It's running like 6 screen captures, 7 including the map, and of course my computer's doing all those processes at the same time. It'll be all right. Figure it out. I've got a couple of guys who like do all my computer stuff, so I might take it to them and see if they can pump up the jam, give me a bit more juice.
Juicy, 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 juicy.
Yeah, that is really annoying though, the fact that it...
It was a frustrating fight, Jack. You're not holding back.
Yeah, you gotta fuck you up.
I was cooking some wild things, and it was like, no, not happening.
What were you
Fucking
cooking?
dogs bit me. Oh, I don't want to give too much away, but I've got the ability to imbue people.
Okay.
So I was going to start sort of making some magical weapons.
Tight.
I really panicked at one point because it got right down to 3 HP. Then I healed myself, and I got shut on again and went down to 4 HP.
I was 2 banged, mate. I was like down to 9 and then gone.
Yeah, they were extremely tough. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's good though. Now you've what you don't want is people thinking like it's everything's just going to be a pushover. So they're just like
yeah,
just fucking run
steamroll
in.
the first beginning.
It's given the wrong impression in the past. Everyone's like, oh, I'm God, right? I'll just fucking There's definitely like a grace period where like they come from like a DM who's more of a storytelling DM who's basically just like it's kind of like playing a video game on movie mode, whatever they call it. Where you basically you do a couple of quick time events, you smash people around, and then you dip off. I don't like to do that. I like to have it be like, oh, this is hard, and I'm gonna have to like change my decision based on the situation, and then have that like change the story in some way. That's anyway. That boring shit aside. Let me move you guys over. So you start traveling through the forest with this.
Sorry, before we leave, did we? There was a bandits like camp out bit. Could we search it?
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can find anything they left behind. Investigation check.
Investigation.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nat 20.
Whoa! Nice. All right. You get anything, Ryan?
9.
9, not bad. So the two of you just start rummaging around the camp. You find 2 bedrolls, rations for 3 days for 5 people. You also find a couple of like simple weapons, like there's a long sword, you find a long bow and a quiver of arrows, and that's about it.
Can I sorry, go ahead. I'll go after you.
No, that's I was saying sweet to what we found.
All right. I was just gonna, before the whole conversation happened, could I kind of investigate the lock that I found, just see if I can find any kind of maker's marks on it or anything?
Yeah, you have a little look around. It kind of looks like one of those ones that's just been used on farms. It's probably been on a gateway for the past, like 15 years or so. You don't see any like maker's tools. It looks like it might have been homemade.
Okay.
Like really shitty, just sort of like slightly welded together, with some kind of crude fire magic. Okay, so you guys wander through the forest with the beautiful Heather. She decides to walk mainly with you, Peep. She kind of pushes some branches out of the way so you can get through. She's quite like deft on her feet as well. She tends to like. She never steps on any twigs, and she just, even though she's looking at you and talking to you, she just seems to instinctively know where the branches are, and she kind of like ducks her head underneath. Very graceful, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And she says to you, Peep, I understand that you're to be trusted, but what about your friends? Do you think they can keep their mouths shut?
Yeah, we've known each other for all of 5 hours now, and they've shown their colours. They seem pretty chill.
She kind of looks a bit nervous. How you just said that. Right. Well,
they're part of my people. Like.
Yeah, of course we're all Lith,
Okay.
but I know a lot of Lith who are complete fucking tossers, and I wouldn't trust them as far as I could shove them off a bridge. But I think it's an emergency, and we're just going to have to take the chance. I want you to remember club rules, though, while we're in the place. I've told you my name as a courtesy, as you saved my life. But remember the rules. People in the clubhouse are donated by a deck of cards. So there is King, Queen, Jack, and then 10 through 1. I am Queen, and inside the clubhouse, if you could refer to me as such, I will refer to you as guest. and they will introduce themselves or not introduce themselves as they see fit. This is a very secretive cell, and this is a very difficult time, so you can imagine security is going to be very tight. I want your assurance that you and your friends are going to be on your best behavior. Can you give that to me?
Of course.
Very good. All right. And she speaks to the group. I'm going to take you inside. We'll find you a place to bed down, and then we'll give you some food and a warm place to sleep. You come to this bend in the stream. Can everyone see the map? You're at a large river.
Yep.
And in front of you is a large cliff. Heather says to you, like I said to your friend, please refer to me by Queen. It's not an honorific. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you, but it's just my title while we're in the home. Most people will be out on operations, trying to keep as many of the Lith who've survived safe. But there will probably be a few members in there. Please treat them with respect, and don't ask their names ever ask their names. And she turns and sees Jandar has just dived into the river.
He's still kind of listening, but kind of just paddling around at the same time. He's just so excited that there's a river nearby.
You feel great, Jandar. There's something that's been missing as you've been taking this long and lonely trip. Basically, since you've gone past the Shimmerscale River, you have basically you've been hating it. Like all this dry land. You're used to seeing wide oceans spread out before you, and you just couldn't help but rejoin with the ocean. Even just this small part. She looks back at the rest of you with a kind of a surprised, confused look. Well, your friend does have the right idea. We are going to have to swim for it. But don't worry.
Yes!
There are fires inside. We can dry you, and we can get you warm as soon as you're ready to go. All right. Any questions? Can everyone swim?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, can I just do a cannonball?
Yeah, you all jump in the river. Number 4 comes in after you guys. Do you go in, Cauldron?
Yeah, I'm going in. Yep.
Okay, number 4 jumps in, and very quickly you realise he can't swim very well. He's just kind of doing that thing with his arms, where someone who's half panicking, but he's kind of trying to keep like a cool face about it. He's trying to seem like he's in control of the situation, even though he's clearly not doing very well.
I'm going to notice this, but I am cut to shreds, and my gown is weighing me down. So I'm going to yell to Jandar, who I see elegantly swimming without any difficulty whatsoever. I would say, Jandar, quick, give me a hand. Number 4, he's struggling. Can you give him some assistance, please?
Of course, yeah. And I can definitely help him. I'll just support him.
Nice.
All the way through.
You swim like a fish, Jandar, so this is absolutely no problem for you. He does panic, and you feel his hands on your shoulder, he's trying to push himself up. But you're such an amazing, fantastic swimmer that even with this panicking man, you are perfectly capable of supporting him. Heather leads the way into the clubhouse, and you guys just you're swimming along. You go through the cave, and you see above your head a wooden bridge that you couldn't see from inside the cave. You can see firelights to the left and right, and you eventually come to a small jetty where you guys can just take a quick rest, basically.
Yes.
And I just turn to everyone and be like, look guys, don't ruin my street cred, okay? They're cool. We're all friends here. Don't ask anyone their names. It'll all be good.
All right, brilliant.
So do we know?
Go ahead.
Sorry, would we know not to when the thing now? But when Queen was speaking to Pip, would we hear her say, "Don't call me Claire"? Or have we not been told that?
She asked you not to ask anyone's names or to use anyone's names, and she would have taken pains to remind you not to call her Claire and
Okay,
call her Heather. Sorry, to call her.
Oh, sorry.
To call her Queen.
Heather.
Yeah, so basically you guys enter the clubhouse. I'm just going to reveal the whole thing because you guys are going to be given the tour. It's a huge complex.
Ooh.
There looks to be about 5 people in. These 3 are kind of gathered around the fire, having a drink and kind of having a very serious discussion. These guys over here, they seem to be repairing some equipment. There's a kind of halfling there and a tall, full-breed elf. This lady looks to be an orc, human, and another halfling, but a smaller variant. Okay, so you guys are kind of given the tour. Heather walks you around, and she kind of she greets these 3 here. She says, Jack 8-5, good to see you. I've brought some friends with us. They're fellow Lith. They're good people. They just survived the Cross Keys Inn, but they were hot on our tail. So I decided to take them here, and they kind of look at Heather, and it's they have a very serious face, like she's just done some kind of horrible faux pas. This guy here, he says, well, I think you better go and have a word with King, and he'll have to decide your fate. I suppose. Your friends are here now, and there's nothing else to be done. She calls over to you. He says, you must have had quite the fright. Why don't you come and sit with us and have a drink? Heather has some explaining to do, I think. Heather, kind of sheepishly, turns around and heads over towards, over the bridge, over the river where you guys have went. And, basically she's going off to do what she's going to do. The guy denoted as Jack, as in, King, Queen, Jack, he invites you to sit by the fire, and he goes to get some cups and pours some strong ale into each one. Is everyone sitting down?
And I just do mine in the air and say, upset the pockets.
There is, the 3 of them look around, almost, there's a question which is half shock and half are you joking? They're trying to discern whether this is something that you have just heard or you actually do have some kind of connection with the group. So I'm just rolling for them on that. And they do actually seem fairly chill. They've decided to trust you and invite you to sit down at the fire.
Whilst we're gathered, can I just sort of sidle up to Jandar and sort of whisper, thank you for the assistance in the river. It's important that we keep number 4 safe. So many thanks.
Of course, I just can't believe there's people out there that can't swim. It's so natural to me. Just didn't even think of that.
We're used to foraging on land and on in mountains, not underwater. We rely on you for that sort of behaviour. But
you should really get into the ocean a bit more. It's so amazing.
This is like every conversation with a surfer bro I've ever had.
I'm gonna cut him off and say, by the way, do you know what the fuck is going on?
I haven't a clue. I mean, I'm about ready to get back into the river, but apparently Peep seems to know these people and has something going on. But
and do we trust this?
I mean, she's family. I trust family. But without seeing how this plays out, I can't really say.
I'm going to gently kick Billy, who's sat in front of me, eyeing up the beer before he moves away from us, and say, Billy, what do you think about what's going on?
Well, I think we need to make a good impression, especially for number 7.
All right, let's grab a drink.
Just because if 6 is here, well, we'd be a bit scared because 7, 8, 9, and Billy wants to slap his knee and just give himself a giggle.
I didn't hear you lining that joke.
Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna shake my head and go sit down by the fire with everybody.
Okay, brilliant. So mugs of hot and strong ale is put into your hand, and the steam rising from your clothes, this like red hot roaring fire. Thanks to these cave systems, it seems like they can have as many fires as they want, keep it nice and hot. You saw a bit of smelting going on the far side. So this place is obviously like dead safe. The smoke is obviously not giving them away. It's actually quite comfortable. It's quite nice. Jack says to each of you, do you think you'll be staying the night?
I could do with
Yes,
a rest.
please.
All right.
I could really use a
He
rest.
stands
Yeah,
up
if you don't mind.
and goes and gets a roll. For each of you, a bedroll, places it by the fire. Well, better make yourself comfortable. It's about time we got some rest as well. So, lie down, get close to the fire, try and get dry before you get into the sleeping sacks. And if you guys don't have one of these, you're welcome to keep it. We can always find more. As he's talking, Heather comes back from the far side, and she kind of pulls up a bedroll and comes close to the fire. She seems a bit upset, but she quickly masks it. She says, "Well, regardless of what some people think, I'm quite pleased with the night's work. I'm glad I was able to put you somewhere safe instead of leaving you out there alone in the forest. So I don't think King is going to come and welcome you. So it's left to me to say welcome. Welcome. All Lith are welcome in our halls. And I'm going to tell you something." And she indicates the split on her pocket on her left-hand side. If you ever see someone with a split in their pocket like this, it means that they're probably part of our society. And if you need help from them, you may ask them. They do look a bit shocked. Jack 7 and 3 look a bit like, oh, what the fuck, what is she doing? But she looks like kind of pissed off, and like she's gonna basically just do what she thinks is right. She thinks is a good idea. The ale is passed around again. Jack says to each of you, fill your cups. We're going to be turning in soon. So it's been a long day for each of us, I'm sure. And he just kind of goes around each of you pouring ale.
Can I ask, does anyone here know about someone who likes to light fires?
Just kind of confused faces.
Okay, well, if anyone hears of a person who I believe is missing, who lights up a room as well as figuratively as well as literally, let me know. I'm a bit concerned.
Just kind of.
I'm just going to turn to Tall Billy. I'm going to turn to Tall Billy and challenge him to a drinking contest.
Tall Billy's going to look really confused, picks up the glass and just concedes to pour it over his head.
Billy, you meant to drink it, Billy.
Well, was to empty it, wasn't it?
To drink it.
Oh, you lost.
Jack smiles and pours you another ale.
He wants a question about the pocket. And asks, can we all have holes in our pockets? Is it something that now being told we can just do? And as he's doing so, he's just trying to shove his finger through his pocket to try and rip it. But
he says to you, well, it's not really my place to talk to you about this, but as your fellow Lith, I suppose, why don't you tell me, what are your feelings on how the Lith are being treated?
Well, I think if we're all walking around with holes in our pockets, and quite badly.
But I mean to say, the way the Lith are being treated by the nobility, the king, and the common people, how does it make you feel?
It's horrible.
What would you be prepared to do to turn it around?
Well, we need to restore the Lith name. We need to squish these awful rumours that are going around, and correct the view of the Lith in everyone's eyes.
Well, of course everyone wants that to occur, but what I'm asking you is how far are you prepared to go to make that happen?
How far do we need to go?
Would you kill
Can I
someone?
just like kind of slightly drunkenly be like, yeah, we need to upheave society, flip some tables.
And preserve our reputation.
He keeps like very stern, serious eye contact with you, Jandar. He says, would you be prepared to kill someone?
It depends what that person's done.
What if they were standing between the Lith and survival?
And I think survival is the most important thing for everyone. I think when push comes to shove, everyone would choose their own survival over anything.
Of course. But sometimes the problems are a little bit more esoteric. Sometimes bad people who make bad things happen put people between themselves and you to stop you from getting to them. I'm asking, would you be able to get them out of the way in order to get to the ones pulling the strings?
There's many oars aboard a ship, and likewise there's many ways to remove people than just killing them. But yes,
At this point,
do what we can.
At this point, Billy's going to be swaying. At this point, Billy's going to be swaying and be like, "Oh, well, funny enough, I've already killed one of them axemen at the tavern, and I really want the guy with a scar at the last place we was, but he nearly killed us all with a firebomb."
I'm not simply asking if you would kill. I think most Lith would kill someone who was trying to kill him or to try and kill his family. I'm saying, hypothetically, there was a guard who was being paid to keep watch on Lith and to report any Lith movements to his superior. Maybe this person doesn't see himself as a bad man. Maybe he has a family to feed. Would you be willing to get him out of the way?
Hypothetically. Yes, there are ways
I
to
just
get
say-
it out of the way.
You guys are a lot more serious from pockets than most.
He turns to you, Peep. He says, desperate times make serious men of us all. The movement has changed in recent times, depending on what cell we're referring to. And as this situation has become more serious, so have we become more serious people in turn. And the other two members nod, and they're like, yeah, of course. We've been forced to become more serious and do things that we wouldn't have done before. But if it's for the survival of the Lith, we believe there can be no price too heavy to pay.
Doesn't sound like you're upsetting the pockets. It sounds like you're tearing them completely apart.
Well, there's still some of us who believe in peaceful protest, but I think a lot of us have seen just how far that's gotten us in recent times.
I didn't ever say peaceful. I'm just questioning your murderous suspect conversation.
He just kind of like claps his hand and smiles. We shouldn't talk about
I just
politics.
turn and look at Queen and kind of like widen my eyes a little bit to see what she thinks of the whole conversation.
She looks troubled, but she doesn't turn away from the conversation. Jack kind of smiles, claps his hands. He says, well, let's not get bogged down in politics. We all want the same thing. And even if you don't have the same belief system as us, it doesn't mean that we can't work together and help each other, just as we're helping you now and we're going to help you tomorrow. He just smiles at you, Jan. I'm not asking you to kill anyone. Anything that you could do to help the cause? But you were asking what you could do to become a pocket. And I was trying to answer as honestly as I could.
I will do everything in my power to restore the reputation of the Lith. I have no idea what a pocket is, and I have very few pockets myself.
All right.
Can I just stealthily reach over to Billy with my dagger and cut a tiny hole in his pocket?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check. See if you can do it without Billy noticing.
Seven. So it was a 1 then.
Yeah,
Seven.
the tear can be heard by everyone. Everyone just turns around and looks at you mid-cut.
Billy just wants to put his finger in it,
My dagger
and
back.
he's just smiling.
Slowly put my dagger back. Try and pretend like nothing happened.
Okay. The night peels on. Does anyone else want to bring anything up?
I just want to ask Queen if she knows anything about the boss bandit.
I haven't seen him before, but from the look in his face, I would imagine you'll probably see him again.
Or if you can, it seems like there's a lot of connections down here. If you do manage to ask anyone and it randomly comes up, it'd be great to know.
Yeah, see what allies he's got as well. Stuff.
If I'm doing you this favour, Billy, would you mind if I were to ask you a favour in return at some point in the future? Nothing untoward.
Yeah,
I wouldn't threaten you or hold you to it, but if I might ask in the future, at least.
He lifts up his shirt, puts his hole through the little pocket Pete made, and says, "Yeah, 100%."
She kind of smiles and laughs. Be careful with that, Billy. It's becoming quite a serious symbol. Someone catches you with that, perhaps. It's the wrong person. But it does make me happy to see you with the hole in your pocket there.
And I just fist bump Billy.
Yeah, he takes a fist bump, but also goes quite bright red, as if his mum's just told him off.
She does smile warmly at you. There does seem to be legitimate affection in her eyes. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
I ask if anyone, just a general question, if anyone in the group knows what happened at the Cross Keys, has heard any reports about it?
No, nothing. This attack came completely out of nowhere. We're investigating whether Tarnum's involved. We assume he probably is, but it's probably someone in his government. Basically, we need to
Can
think
anyone suggest where we should go next?
Yeah. The question we need to ask ourselves is who would benefit from damaging the Lith, damaging their reputation and reducing their strength. From what we know at the moment, there's some holes in our knowledge and we need to do some investigating. Number 3, the halfling, he says, I need to go to sleep. Can anyone play any music? It really does help me sleep.
I mean, I can have a go.
Look at Jeff.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
Yeah,
I want
everybody
to
just
put my
turns to Jeff.
in my ears, knowing what happened the first time.
I slowly pull out my lute. Embarrassingly, super red face. Try to start playing a song.
Okay, give me a performance check, Jeff.
1 second.
Just sat like this,
It is a 12.
12. Okay.
Surprisingly.
You try and tune it, but it's quite frustrating. Each time it keeps, you're trying to get to just the right point. It just seems to go too far. Like there's something wrong with the tuner. Maybe it's loose. Oh, you're not quite sure. You tune it all right, What do you play, Jeff? Something loud, something
Say
soft, something.
soothing, something soothing.
Okay.
I try and do like a bedtime nursery type style song.
Okay. Do you sing at the same time?
I can only hum.
Okay, no problem. You start
Said with
strumming
so much
on the
confidence.
lute. It's a little bit out of tune, but it's actually quite peaceful. I think it's probably because you guys have had such a hard day, but the humming and the lute begin harmonizing, and you can all see, like above Jeff, this kind of like white light which starts circling over her head, kind of spinning in a soothing, almost hypnotic motion. From around the corner, you see a tall elven man sort of look round and stride over, and he sits down next to you, Peep, and next to Heather. Heather like shifts over to the side. King, she says quite sternly. He just puts a finger to her lips, perhaps to suggest that they should just listen to the performance. He sits down and begins humming along with whatever repeats in the melody he can. He seems to be really enjoying it. Okay, does anyone want to do anything else, or shall we do a long rest?
I have fallen to sleep.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I've sort of stayed quiet, nursing heavy wounds and just sort of a little confused how we got here. Just observing and taking in all the information, really.
Okay, brilliant. You wake the next morning, so everyone can do a long rest. So hit your long rest buttons on D&D Beyond. Give your health back. Get your spells back. The classic.
Jack, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was the bow and how many arrows?
It's just a simple
Did we get
longbow,
them?
and you we'll say there's 12.
Real.
Okay. You wake the next morning, and as you do, as you all start to rise, you notice that the group that you were with last night has gone. As you each rise, Queen, who's already dressed and kind of walking around, she says, everyone's already gone out on their activities. King said he was grateful for your company in the end, even though he gave me a bit of an earful. And he left you this, and she hands you guys, just places on the floor, a purse of 20 gold pieces. He says he knows it's not much, but we need every penny we can, or we need every copper, I should say, for our efforts. But he wanted to give you something as a gesture of goodwill.
Who's that given to? Sorry.
She just kind of puts it on the ground. It's a bit awkward. She doesn't know like who to give it to, so she just kind of like leaves it. So like it's a gift to the camp basically. So you guys can divide it if you want to, or someone can tell I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I'm not.
Yeah, I guess we take 4.
Yeah.
4 each.
Take 4 each.
Nice. So
Sounds
everyone
good.
add 4 gold. She says, like I said, everyone's gone, but I can guide you into the tunnels. They're connected to our hideout. Just tell me when you're ready to go, basically.
Thank you for the generous gift. Is there anything that we can expect in these tunnels, or is it free roam to go wherever they're meant to be taking us?
There are creatures down in the dark, but I'm afraid I'm rather sworn to secrecy on the topic. All I would say to you is be careful and think before you act. Try not to make any rash decisions. I'm sure a group as varied and as skilled and as competent as you will have no problems.
And where's these tunnels entrance?
She guides you over. Follow me. She leads you in this direction. over to here. She says, "I will have to go and lift the mechanism. It will stay open for as long as I hold it. So I'm going to lift it, wait 10 seconds, and then drop it again. So as soon as you see it open, just go straight through. Don't linger."
You won't come with us?
No, we very busy at the moment, gathering survivors at the Cross Keys Tavern. I believe there's still some out there, even though King and Jack disagree with me.
I just hand her half a matchstick and say, if you find the other half of this, let me know.
She looks a bit puzzled, but with like a kind of glint of like potential recognition. So maybe it's something she's seen a little while ago. Of course, yes. I'm sure we'll meet again. Go safely.
Then can we do our super secret handshake?
Yeah, you're like
again on.
You got to do it so quick that even if people are watching it, they can't mimic it. And she kind of smiles and turns to go away, unless anyone has got anything they want to say.
No, I'm just stood there waving.
Okay, brilliant. After a few moments, you can hear the creak and groan of this gateway. It looks like it's about to lift. You guys all going through?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's yeah.
Okay, you get together and just link arms and just straight through into the tunnel, and then behind you can hear with a kind of finality, this heavy gate closes behind you, and you realise you're committed. There's no going back, and you're going to have to make the best of it, basically. You head forward, and as you get a little way into the tunnel, you realise that the water is beginning to rise on the ground. You realise that ahead of you, it increases to about waist height. If you were to go in,
Waist height on who?
on a
Yeah.
human, it's probably going to be about up to your chin.
Can I get my silk rope out of my bag and just say, can we tie this to you, Gandar, and all hold on? Getting a bit deep for us tall people.
Sure, absolutely. Hop on board.
All right.
Can
Tie
I make
the rope in a
a
loop and hand it.
can I make a check to see if there's any anything we can use as like driftwood for people to hold on to?
Yeah, no problem. Give me a perception check.
17.
17. Okay, nice. Yeah, you get a couple of pieces of driftwood. Hand it to each of the little people. It won't keep you up forever. So if it gets much deeper, you're gonna have to swim or you're gonna sink. But it will help to take some of the weight and keep your heads out of the water. Number 4 is looking a little bit nervous, Cauldron. He kind of just looks to you. More swimming. Delightful, these people. I wonder if they've ever heard of a walkway or a jetty.
Just stick with me. We've got competent people with us.
Here's
I'm
hoping
going to pop out the water and just go, I got you!
as you grab hold of him, he says, I really hope we're going to meet some more civilized people. Okay.
Is that directed at Jandar or is that directed at me?
Just kind of to the world.
To the world.
Okay, cool.
This guy's starting to get on my fucking nerves.
Can I just say, civilization? Ugh.
Let me move you guys over. So you don't need tokens here. I'm basically just using this to describe the pathway. So it's a little bit. You're coming out here, this right hand side of the map, and it quickly widens, and you see that you can walk on the steps to the left. So you pull yourself out of the water and begin.
I'm staying in the water.
Making your. Are you going to swim?
I'm swimming.
Okay, cool. It's getting darker and darker as you head on. There is no lamps, there's no lights, there's no torches. You're basically just relying on those in the group with dark vision to basically guide you on your way.
I'm still holding on the rope that's attached to Janda.
Nice.
Sorry, where on the map would we be? Would we be at the bottom or the top?
You see the start of the river. It comes in from the right-hand side. Here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're coming in through there, and you're basically going forward. You eventually get to this point in the map, and there's no more river, and you're just going to head off on this route. There's other routes you can take if you prefer, but this seems to be the one that the path guides you towards.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'll just start walking on the path. I've got Devil's Sight,
Okay.
so everything should be pretty visible for Billy.
Brilliant. All right. You keep heading down the pathway. You kind of clump together a little bit for comfort and for safety. You hear something off to the right-hand side. You can hear this kind of like this like blow of air and the sound of like a great chasm. Billy, you see it first on the right-hand side. So the path continues, but on the right-hand side, there is this what looks to be just like tunnels straight down into the earth. You step back from it because it looks very dangerous. The sides are kind of like a smooth curve. There is no like barrier or anything like that. It basically, the ground begins to descend and then just begins like plummeting straight down, and you can hear this kind of this rush of air going up from this great deep hole, this chasm.
Yeah, the bit any of the guys who we would know who couldn't see, I advise them to hold on to someone quite tightly.
I can't see. I'll grab some.
Can I just pass Jeff the rope that's attached to Janda and be like,
Please.
here you go. Hold on tight.
Brilliant.
Tie it around myself.
All right. Unless anyone wants to do anything, you guys can just carry on.
I do not want to throw anything down a hole in a mine. Thank you very much.
You have passed the test.
And here goes Billy.
Right. You guys head on down. There's something about the atmosphere of this place. It's oppressive. You can feel the ceiling growing lower and lower, and there's something about this place that makes you want to talk more softly, to not shout, to not. You feel your body naturally making lighter and lighter footfalls, because you're just, something is telling you you should not be making too much noise. You can resist that if you want to, shout, scream, run around, do whatever you want to, but you feel that pressure on you, all of you. You can feel the tunnel is getting smaller and smaller, the walls are getting tighter, the ceiling's getting lower. You carry on until suddenly it opens to a giant cavern. You can't see very far in, but you can feel from the echo of your footsteps and any soft words that you speak that you're in this great cavernous space. On the ground, there's kind of the light, faint glow of crystals embedded into the path. But you can see that the path is not very wide. It's probably about 5 feet in diameter. In places, it gets wider and narrower, wider and narrower. As you can see, the path sort of winding off in front of you. You can hear something as well. You can hear like a kind of clicking. It kind of sounds, how would I describe it? It kind of sounds like when like a large spider is running on like a tile floor. You know, when you're in your bedroom at night and you can hear maybe an insect crawling in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's just nightmares. Cheers for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Um,
I'm not going to
yep.
sleep now.
Billy would pick up one of the glowing gems, so he would have to. It's too shiny not to.
All right. Let's take a break. So last break of the evening, and then we'll come back and finish this off.
No, excited. Tom just texted me like, I can't get to beer.
It's beer time.
You don't need to tell everybody that.
Alcoholic Tom. Back in tea. Keep them flat.
Like a floating face here, isn't it?
Jack, I don't know if you saw when just before we broke, everyone, well, at least for me, everyone but Jess's video on the stream was frozen.
Yeah, it's been doing that all the time. There's something like not good with it. I don't know what the problem is, but I think it needs to do a lot more experimenting. It's getting better every week, at least. Like last week we had pretty much nothing for the whole stream, and now like we've got the name tags, we've got video most of the time. It just seems to freeze for some reason. Nightmare.
We're improving.
Yeah.
We almost just trained Finn to carry a beer up to Tom in a bag. Almost.
Nice.
He wouldn't let it go.
No, mine.
Yeah.
He's like, I know I bought it to you, but no take.
Yeah. Just so you know, Finn's a dog, not some, like
Yeah, it's not like a
challenge
small
friend,
child.
Small Malaysian man that we keep in the house.
Yeah, no take, only throw.
Now we just need to train him to open the fridge.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I think that's the dream, isn't it? But like, it's gonna be it's just never worth it, is it? It's just gonna, most of the time, the door will just be open. It's shit.
Well, that's what I said to
Considering
Biff.
last
I
night-
said, like, if you start doing it, then he will copy. So if
Yes.
you just start bringing me beer, and then it's fine.
Already bring you beer. He hasn't copied. Considering last night he got so excited by trying to train him to climb some dog steps onto the bed because he's got a disc. He got so excited he had the zoomies for half an hour. I don't think it's the best.
Let's move you guys over.
You ever read my notes for this session and see it say Jack and Dick, not you, Jack.
That would be very accurate.
Got a note here that just says "rip in pocket equals deck of cards gang."
Yeah, that's about right. All right, cool.
I don't like that music.
No, nightmare.
Anyone ever play
Oh.
Diablo 2?
Yeah, I just. You found a book?
Love that guy. That game just seemed to get like the difficulty balance just like just right.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
so good.
God, I like 3, but like I'm just running around kicking fuck out of everyone, or I explode. It's it. There's no like in between. All right. Is everyone ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you guys step into the gloom. Like I said, you're on this raised platform in a large cavernous room. You have control of your characters, and you know, basically just do what you want to do.
Have you restarted?
When I picked up,
Oh yeah, thanks, Tom. We're back.
Sorry, Billy.
Go ahead.
did I get anything from picking up the gem, or are they stuck in the?
No, you can pick them up. Like some of them are wedged in, but some of them are just kind of scattered on the ground. They give you a little glow.
Yeah, I just
something.
Is it just an ordinary rock?
Yeah, no, it is a glowing crystal. You're not sure why it's glowing. Doesn't provide a very strong light, but you know, it's something. It's comforting.
Okay. Billy kicks it.
Okay, you kick the rock. It sails off into the distance, and you hear it clatter onto solid ground at the same level that you are at. So that tells you that ahead of you, even though this path bends around to the right, there is a platform, or there is more ground directly ahead of you. You also hear like this kind of clacking, like the sound of chitin on stone, and you hear a soft voice in the distance. It sounds something along the lines of, "Have you got more rope?"
Guys, I've got a lantern. Dare we use it? It illuminates up to 60 feet, but I'm scared if we put it on, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, I can currently see 120, but obviously I can't see around bend, so I'd have to get around the bend.
Okay.
I mean,
think
that
there's
would
a few.
the lantern would apply to everyone, rather than just you, Billy. So it might still be useful. Let me just tweak a second, Billy, because if you've got that devil's sight, I need to increase how much you can see. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
moving you there. I'm messing with
Oh,
your
okay. Sorry,
dynamic lighting and settings.
No, that's sweet.
So,
In the meantime, I'm going to grab one of the glowing crystals and hand it to Jeff and just go, I think this might be more sensible for now if there's voices in the distance.
Thank you.
I'm just going to keep it like that for now, Jake. I'll fiddle with it and alter it as we go. But
No, that's sweet.
Is that fine for now?
Yeah, no, Sand. I'm going to suggest to the party if you can see any better than the others, it might be worth a couple of us taking a peek.
Yeah, I'll come with. And I've got rope. Didn't they say something about rope?
Yeah, there was something about rope.
We toddle off into the darkness then, I guess.
All right. Jess, I'm improving your dark vision score to allow for your light. So yeah. Who's
How
going
far
off
can I
ahead?
see?
You can see as far as your character can see.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys trying to go stealthily, by the way?
Yeah, trying to be light underfoot.
All right. Well, I won't make you roll. I'll just say, you're just trying to carefully place your feet. You're going around the bend. Not really much to note. There's just more of these crystals on the ground. You can hear this kind of clicking and chittering in the distance, but you're not sure what's causing it just yet.
Are we getting any closer to a sound? Is someone still speaking?
There hasn't been a sound since you kicked the stone, Billy, but there is still this kind of clicking and this clacking.
Yeah, I guess I'll continue making the way through. Trying to not make as much noise and just trying to copy everyone else now as no one else is kicking stones.
No problem. So no one's being left behind, everyone's going. It's great.
Yeah, I've got the 60 feet vision, so I'm just kind of trailing behind, letting the others go, being a little bit more cautious.
Okay, nice.
I'm just going to stay at the back and follow on.
I'm trying to be as sneaky as possible and pulling ahead like slightly, but not by very much.
Okay, no problem. You hear another voice in the distance. This one seems to be a different person, though. You hear a voice. It says, "You can't have gone down this far."
I hear voices up ahead, guys. I say softly, do we want to continue or shall I go forwards?
Well, there's not much anything behind us, though, is there?
No.
Apart from
Maybe
the...
we should just all go as sneakily as we possibly can.
Yeah, it might be
guess,
worth seeing
sure.
if we can check it out.
We can't hear you back here, but
Yeah.
we're still being cautious.
I just
We're
kind of
going
turn back at
stealthily.
you and put my finger to my lips and go, shh.
Okay, you going off ahead?
Let's go, Jeff.
Yeah, just slightly ahead.
Okay, no
Trying
problem.
to sneak. So I'm still like within eye shot of Tall Billy so that we can do like Chinese whispers next to the party.
Always a good idea.
Yeah, Chinese whispers is always a good idea.
Okay.
Can I like stop and listen at this bend?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
No, sorry. Nine.
9. You can just kind of hear a voice. It sounds different though, this one. This one sounds a bit more effete. Here's first one's down in 1,000 years. You hear this clacking as well, this clittering, this clacking. It's getting louder now. You can feel it's getting closer.
Why have we stopped?
Just listening. Just
Lips
put my
listening.
like hand to my ear. Just be like pointing ahead and like.
You do see something up ahead. A giant creature stands ahead of you. It stands
Go
on
like that to
6
everyone.
chitinous legs. Its head is kind of shaped like a chicken, but it has this kind of large, gaping jaw. It sees you. It's looking at you. It's kind of standing on top of this rock, and it's kind of coming down and then going back up, and then coming down to the side and back up on top of the rock and looking down at you. And it says, "Any more rope? Got any more rope?"
I just like hold my hands out to everyone and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! There's some big, God knows what out there, chicken bug monster."
Got any more
Chicken
rope?
bird monster.
Strongly advise we give it some rope.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's asking for rope.
First
Stand
one
back
down
and
in
I-
1,000 years.
Can I take the
I
rope
think
and maybe
that's-
offer it to it?
I don't think you should. I think that's a lure. It's trying to hook you.
Got any rope? Could be the first one down in 1,000 years.
What do you propose we do?
I think try very carefully to get past it, and if it makes a move, all in on it.
Got any rope? Kind of like steps
Okay.
back, and then it like rushes forward. Then it goes back onto its rock.
Shall I go first?
You can't have gone down this far.
I think we need someone maybe a bit more armored, or we just give it some rope.
I'm tempted to give it some
let
rope.
me take.
I really
take it
want to
very
give it some
carefully.
rope.
What if I just throw the rope out there without revealing ourselves?
Well, it
Yeah,
can
throw
see
it in the
it's
direction,
looking
yeah.
right at us.
I can still hear the dog barking. Just a little further.
Oh.
I'm just gonna lob the rope into the middle of the clearing, Jack, in between the two rocks.
So the
At this point, Billy wants to step 10 foot back.
Nice. You chuck the rope out. The creature rushes back, and then slowly comes back forward. It looks at the rope for just a moment, and then seems to disregard it. Moves to the right, moves down. Its feet just kind of trampling over the rope, not deliberately, just kind of in the course of its movement. It's just kind of moving around. Got any rope?
Okay, I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah, it seems like this might have potentially mimicked
I'm all out of ideas.
person. Oh,
Oh, it's copying us.
Hell
I'm
no.
gonna let you guys go past for free.
Got any rope?
Okay, do we want to fight this or do we want to sneak? Because I can cover us.
I'd rather sneak.
could I see if there's any sort of like loose rocks above it, or anything that can potentially cause a cave in? If anything did happen.
You can't see the top of the ceiling. It must be at least 120 feet tall.
Okay, if that's the case, would I be able to look if there's any other way round through any like smaller rocks, so we don't have to walk directly through it?
You can't see any. If you were to head up a little bit, you would see that the path does seem to bend round to the right once you get past, but there doesn't seem to be any like split in the path, any fork that you can use. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Okay, are we going to try and run for it?
We can't.
It's
run
either
for it.
sneak or run for it.
I think running for it would probably be the worst decision.
Yeah. I think try and go
Okay.
steady.
I can still hear the dog barking.
Well, maybe let's just not try to engage it in combat. See what happens. In the worst case scenario, we're engaged in combat anyway, right? Which is what some of us clearly want to do.
Okay. I'm going to start
Who's going first?
I'm just going to start to very carefully walk round the side.
The creature kind of like backs away and like goes back on its rock, and then kind of like backs away, and it's like looking at you, Jandar, and then looking at you, Peep. Its head is kind of like snapping back and forth. Got any rope? First one down here in 1,000 years. I'm all out of ideas.
1,000 years, yes.
It kind of like comes forward and kind of like raises its head high, and it's looking down at your posture, your face and your shoulders and your back.
I'm going to kind of puff myself up as much as can and just wave my trident in the air.
Okay, give me an animal handling check, Jandar, and God help you.
Animal handling. 17.
Nice. Something about repeating back to him what it said. It seems to calm it somewhat. It raises itself high in mimicry of your posture, and then it lowers its head. If you didn't know any better, it would almost seem like a bow. Got any rope?
I'm gonna bow to it and go, I'm all out of ideas.
I'm all out of ideas. It steps
Got
back.
any rope?
Got any rope?
And again, just carefully work my way round. Just keep mimicking back to what it tells me.
Kind of like it's like moving around, but not in a particularly aggressive manner. Just kind of repeating its phrases. First one's down here in 1,000 years.
Down in 1,000 years. I'm just gonna kind of between my repetitions shout over to the guy. Well, not shout, but just loud enough for them to hear. Just say, just walk calmly and repeat it. Got any rope?
Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Yep. But Billy's seeing Jandar do it. He's gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as a group though. Like when the next person goes, I'm gonna go with them, beckoning to number 7.
Okay,
Or
no
4.
problem. You guys managed
Have
to.
ideas.
Mimicking Jandar, it offers each of you the bow in
Got any
turn.
rope?
Seems calm by your words, somewhat.
I definitely don't try and grab the rope. I'm just gonna continue on my way. I'm not chancing it. But I look sorrowfully
Yeah, I'll
at
bow
it
back.
as I walk past.
Okay.
And as everyone passes, I'm just gonna tail behind, look at it, give it another bow and go, I'm all out of ideas.
I'm all out of ideas.
I'm all out of ideas.
Brilliant. It just sort of goes back to its rock and begins repeating that pattern. It's probably something to do with feeding or some complex behavior that you're not aware of, but it seems now preoccupied in what it's doing.
Just heave a huge sigh of relief.
Brilliant. You guys keep going. You can hear a voice ahead. I think we can take it.
Oh, another voice.
I think we can take it. 2 against 1. Slim pickings.
Keep creeping.
Continuing forwards.
Keep creeping.
Yeah.
Creepers be creeping.
Yandar's feeling a bit more confident in the creatures now. And
Yeah,
he's kind
taking the
of
lead.
plowing forward with a little bit more confidence.
You can hear it. You go front, I'll go back. 2 against 1. Slim pickings. This creature is just kind of like moving between the left pathway and the right. Slim pickings. 2 against 1.
So we need to decide whether we're going left or right before we try this out again.
Slim pickings.
That's
Anyone?
left.
Kind of like rattles.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Its feet
Billy,
clattering
can you
on
see
the
any
ground.
further?
Okay.
Yeah, Billy, can you see any further ahead?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, you see down
Not
that right
really. I still
passage?
think left.
Left.
I think left. Left will still be the best option. I can't see anything, by the way. I'm just.
You
Said it
can't,
confidently
I'm
enough for me
guessing.
to believe it.
you can't see
Yeah.
anything, Billy.
I'm always a lefty.
No, I can see left. I can't see like all the way left. I'm just saying, let's just go left.
Okay.
Left
I'm
it
back
is.
then, and we'll try this again.
Okay, so you're going to wait till it goes back to the right, and then you're going to go left. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I'll, as it sort of goes back to the right, I'll again approach it slowly and give it a bow,
Yeah.
and just start repeating back to it what it's saying.
there's kind of like the three of you now. Got any rope? You can hear from behind you. 2 against 1, slim pickings, says the one in front.
2 against 1, slim pickings.
I think we can take him.
I think we can take him.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage this time.
10.
10, no problem. The creature does not look happy. It looks agitated. It looks afraid. It kind of like goes back, it goes forward, it goes back, it goes forward, and you think, but you're not sure, it might be an accident, but it catches you on the downward swing of its chitinous claw. That is a 19 to hit on you, Jandar.
Oh, hit.
Okay. The blade is quick and it's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly strong. This chitin is so hard you are just not expecting it. That is 23 damage to you, Jandar. The blade just quickly in and it just like scuttles back. Don't like them chances.
I'm down.
Kind of moves
Can I
backwards
pick up
and
one
forwards.
of the glowing rocks and try and throw it down the right pathway?
Okay. It kind of like looks at the rock, moves this way a little bit, inspects it. Don't like them chances.
And while that's happening, just try and repeat what it's saying and drag Jandar back towards us.
Okay, no problem. So you manage to pull Jandar back to the group. The creature begins to repeat its pattern.
I definitely don't think we should engage. Somebody wanna sort this mess out?
Can I pick up a rock?
Jandar's still bleeding out, by the way. I'm going to have to ask Jandar to start doing
sorry,
death saving rolls.
We'll let you know. We will.
Stabilize him.
Can you
Yeah,
stabilize
we
him?
stabilize. Yeah, stabilize Jandar.
Okay, well, you can administer him.
Jeff, you're right. Stabilizing Jandar for us.
Yeah.
Can someone potentially heal him so he can
Casting
can stand up, rejoin his brother?
I've casted healing word, and it's 8.
8. Thank you.
Last one.
I would like to copy what Jandar did. Bear in mind, I'm a halfling, and I can move through spaces of any creature that is size larger than you. So I'm hoping that gives me the advantage, so I don't get stepped on.
Okay, just move forward. What do you? Just tell me what you do, Tilbilly, precisely.
So I'm obviously aware that this creature's potentially accidentally stood on Jandar. So I'm going to be copying what the creature's doing, stepping left to right, but in the opposite way to what the creature's doing. So if it steps left, I'm going to step right. If it steps right, I'm going to step left, mimicking its words. I'm aiming to the left though.
Okay, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
I'm going to get stood on. 13.
It's not too bad. The creature still seems a bit shook up from what just happened. It seems more agitated. It moves forward, it moves back, but it doesn't move too close this time.
Okay, I want to keep moving over to the left way. Still copying the voices, still stepping either way that the creature steps, aiming to get down the left.
Alright, brilliant.
Let me know if you want me to do another
Tom,
check.
didn't you have something you wanted to do?
Tom, you there?
Didn't you have something you wanted to do?
Yeah, sorry.
You were going to throw a rock or something?
No. So it's all good now.
All right. So if you guys want, you can all file past.
Yep.
If you
Yeah.
mimicked or Billy, the creature. Well, it seems like once it lets one past, it's more obliging.
Yep.
And you manage to sneak past. Off up ahead, you guys can hear a lot more of these creatures moving about. There looks to be two off to the far top left, and you can hear much heavier footfalls directly north of you from this position. You can hear these like voices. There's lots of different voices that are kind of coming together. I can still hear the dog barking. Comes from the top left. Perhaps that creature was with the first one. You can hear a much louder voice though up to the north. This one's a lot bigger than the one we killed at the entrance.
Can I sort of sneak up and try and watch how they interact with each other, and see if there's any sort of tell on how they interact together, to see if there's a way past or through.
These ones are there's two here, and they're kind of like moving in a pattern around this central rock. You get the feeling that you should be able to sneak through on the right hand side without having to dance with them. But there is one directly in your path. It's a much larger one that you realise seems to be guarding some kind of entranceway. You can just see its massive long legs in your field of distance, but the main body is just hidden in a gloom of darkness.
So I have a theory, guys. These creatures seem to be tied to a specific rock or a specific place. They keep sort of dancing around a specific place. I don't know if that helps us, but there's a big mama jammer over north, and I do not want to get stepped on again.
You can hear the voice calling from the north. Have you got another torch? Mine's going out.
Have you got another torch? Mine's going out.
This one's a lot bigger than the one we killed at the entrance.
I can create.
You
a
got
music
that
box.
right.
Say
I
again.
can leave. That I can create a music box that take me 10 minutes that I can leave somewhere to make it repeat back at it. But I don't know how well it's going to be distracted by repetition.
This one is in a very tight pattern. It is moving, like up, down, left, right, but it seems to be linked specifically to the entrance to this tunnel.
Anyone cast like a minor illusion spell?
No, that's what I was hoping I can.
The best
The
I've
only
got
thing I can do is
is
creates.
best I've got is I can
create a
create us a
sound
fog cloud.
Got
It
any
might give us
rope?
some cover.
Or I can create like a fire or like a paint symbol, but I think our best bet is maybe repeating music box.
Oh shit, I've got minor illusion. Sorry.
Maybe,
Alright.
Classic Jeff.
maybe a 5 foot.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. Maybe if we're going off of Jandar's theory, maybe if it's on a smaller rock, maybe cast a 5 foot rock next to it and see if it's sort of like a hermit crab. Goes to that rock
Yeah, make the
instead,
same
move it
rock.
further away from the entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that. Give that a go.
I don't know how it works, but could you also simultaneously remove that rock that it's already standing on?
Eldritch Blast.
No, I can't do that.
The creature goes crazy. My fucking rock. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Alright, I need to
Should
be.
Should I do the music box thing at the same time? Double down, or are we just sticking with minor illusion?
Yeah.
I need to be 30 foot.
Okay.
Within 30 foot. Hang on.
I think we're okay with the music box because we can just repeat back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we give it a new sound, it might
Right.
Yeah, you're within
Wrong.
30 feet, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna cast minor illusion. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So I've got that 30 foot. It's like a 30 foot, 5 foot. It's a 5 foot square, so I can do that like next to it, like
All right. Do you want to ping exactly where you want it?
yeah.
So like.
I'll make
here.
this rock look like the
should
best
we-
rock ever.
Well, don't we need to
having the rock
go
as well.
down that way? So perhaps
we
do
need
it
to go
closer
round
to
to
the
the
other
right.
ones, so like there or
So
something.
this is the entranceway here.
Oh, that's the entrance. Oh, okay.
just
Then
to
yeah,
get some
where you
sense.
said, like here.
On the right hand side of the creature.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You create a rock. You use all your knowledge of the rocks you think creatures enjoy, and you create something new. What's it made of?
1 sec.
Oh, I thought you meant rock.
Yeah.
Now, rock, surely.
More rock, please.
1 sec. Sorry. Oh, it's just an image of the object.
Okay. So if it puts its foot into it, it will know that it is made of light. Is that right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to run.
Yeah, it's only for a minute as well, so we should probably just run for our lives.
Okay. You create this rock. Sorry, do you create the rock? Is that right?
Yeah, I
Very
created
nice.
the rock.
You create this rock. The creature steps over to it. It's big enough to bestride both these rocks. It kind of puts its legs to the left and right of it, and kind of like bends down and sniffs. Have you got any matches? My torch is running out.
It's now or never.
Yeah, let's
And
just
Yango
go.
just legs it, shouting, "Have you got any matches? It's now or never."
Following closely behind
all
you.
going?
I'm gonna follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Fast as we can.
hearing
The
your
movement
footsteps,
encourages us.
the creature turns on you. It puts its legs in the way of the door, and it reaches down with its head and screams in your face. It's kind of like the scream of someone falling off a cliff, knowing that this is going to be like its last moment. It screams at you. Got any
Can I get
rope?
a little bit lower and scream back at it?
It's
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
gonna
like-
scream back
it's-
as
it's-
like loud as I can.
It's agitated. It's like over the top of you. Its legs just missing you, as it like puts its legs, to like crawl forward. It reaches down with its head and screams this mighty scream again.
I'm gonna try and again make myself small because it tried to mimic me before, and just again scream at it.
Okay. It rears up as the first one did, like holding itself high, puffing out its chest almost. It then looks at you, Jandar, to see what you do next.
So again, I'm gonna copy it and just puff up and make myself as big as possible.
And then, what do you do after that?
Just kind of look it in the eye and go, "Got any matches?"
It leans forward. You don't know whether to bite or to bow. Give me a animal handling check with advantage, Jandar.
If there's any time for a good roll.
Come on.
20. Unnatural.
The creature
Oh,
bows.
that's good.
It looks very, very defensive of this entranceway, but there's just this kind of connection, just this moment. its briefest moment in time. The creature says, "Careful now, careful," and just kind of steps back a little bit from the doorway. "Careful now, careful. You be careful now."
I'm going to bow back to it and go, "I'll be careful now."
Careful now,
And
careful.
sort of make my way back.
And it kind of like does that kind of faux charge at you, where it kind of like goes forwards and back, forwards and back. Careful now, you be careful. Don't want to fall.
I'm just gonna scurry, keeping my back as close to the wall as possible, with adrenaline pumping. I'm just gonna follow Jandar
Following
straight in.
Yanda, yeah, just like bowing, not making eye contact.
Brilliant. Okay, so you guys get through the tunnel. You can still hear the creature calling behind you. You be careful now. Careful. Don't want to fall. Careful now.
If I say down with this sort of thing, does it enjoy Father Ted references?
It doesn't appear to enjoy it. Yeah, I'm a giant bug. I can have you killed. Okay, I think that's probably a good time to end the session.
Man, that's an awful looking.
No, that's mega.
That was fun. I liked your solution to the problem. It was fun.
It's absolutely terrifying.
That would have ended
Well,
terribly
I mean,
bad.
yeah, we'll have to find out later, but I just wonder what the actual
It's that moment in D&D where, like, well, if they don't pick up on the hints, they're gonna definitely all die here. But yeah, I'm glad it seemed to go okay. They're still here.
I mean, the small one literally stepped
all or
on
nothing.
me.
Yeah, well, that was a waste of a map. I'll throw this all in the bin and good night.
Well, I mean, you killed like one of the strongest guys in our team in one hit, so I was like, yeah, let's not fuck with these.
Careful now.
Careful now.
Careful now.
No, that was mega, that Jack. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thanks for
really
thanks for
good.
playing. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being on Twitch and typing and stuff. It was good fun. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Yes.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. Love you
Cheers for that, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy your evenings, yeah?
Thanks,
Love it.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, 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 bye.
Okay. Thank you all, and good night.